Hey everybody!
Hey guys!
We're back with the Nanobot Cleanser.
Nanobot Pineal Gland Cleanser.
So many people saw the video that we put up on how to kill nanobots, nanotechnology in your body. I'm not going to be the one that claims that this is legit, that this is 100% effective. What I'm saying, and I said this in the last video, there was some music that was playing over the last video. A lot of you found it hard to hear what I was saying over the music. So we're re-recording it. I had a microphone on for that too. It shouldn't have occurred, but it did. So I got this from an ex-military intelligence DARPA researcher who claims they worked in the nanotechnology lab with DARPA, and that this mixture that we're going to show you is effective for killing nanobots and nanotechnology. It basically stops them from assembling in your body. Now, are there nanobots and nanotech in our body? I don't know. Like, there's so much stuff out there, it's so hard to sort through what's real anymore. So all I'm saying is, at worst, this is going to decalcify your pineal or help with that. It's also going to help with other health benefits based on the ingredients that are going in here. It is not going to harm you. Now, obviously, if you have certain medical or health issues, do your research. I am literally taking this secondhand from somebody that was on a podcast that mentioned this in their podcast about how to do it. And it was really hard to find that podcast. Like, nobody can seem to find it.
Really?
So I'm just putting it back out for all of you.
Oh, cool.
And I've got a puppy here.
What a puppy!
Okay, and so like one thing before we show you, so there's some ingredients here and there's some down below, and I'm going to show you how to mix it. It's super easy. This is a mason jar that when I mix it, this lasts like almost a whole week. So you just have to make it up once a week or once every 2 weeks. It's really simple.
And we've been taking it for like a month.
Well, we've been doing it since February.
Oh, okay. Thaddeus a little more than I, apparently.
And you can watch my video. I did notice benefits within the first month, so that I thought was actually really cool. So I'm going to show you the ingredients. And for pineal decalcification, right, there's that pineal gland in the back of your brain. It's not actually sitting right here, but if you put your hand straight through your brain, between the back of your throat and the back of your head is where it sits. And how big is it?
And between your ears. That's where it sits.
Between your ears. It's kind of right there.
Yeah.
How big is it?
It's the size of a grain of rice. So little.
People think it's like this big structure in the brain. It's super tiny. And that pineal is kind of our antenna that connects our brain to the cosmos and receives information. You can have, obviously, different experiences, mystic experiences from the pineal gland because of the chemicals that it releases based on melatonin. So melatonin is that chemical that helps you go to sleep at night, gives you the benefits of sleep. It's super critical for health. It's only released if you see darkness at night, not light. And it can turn into DMT from the pineal gland. So, but not if it doesn't function right.
And Dr. Joe talks about 3 other chemicals that it turns into.
So Dr. Joe Dispenza, is the hat she's wearing.
Oh yeah, we both point at the same time.
So he has like the science of what chemicals melatonin. So you eat protein and it breaks down to amino acids. One of them being tryptophan, and tryptophan turns into 5-hydroxytryptophan, 5-HTP, then to serotonin. Everyone takes like serotonin reuptake inhibitors. It seems like everyone. We don't, but lots of people do, to keep serotonin around and keep you happy. And then serotonin turns into melatonin to help you sleep at night and get the benefits of sleep. It does a bunch of other stuff, like perhaps kills cancerous cells while you sleep. And then it can also turn into mystical compounds and healing compounds, as long as you've got the melatonin around and you're not destroying it. So we want the pineal. We want the pineal gland functioning optimally. And we're going to show you how this mixture is said to help decalcify the pineal and stop nanobots from self-assembling. There's like one person out there that commented on my last video that said, is that a hole in there?
No, I thought it was.
This is carbon black or activated charcoal, and
that would be no bueno if there was a hole in the bag. Oh my God.
It stains and it's so powdery it goes everywhere.
It's crazy.
So one person commented like, hey, like one of these ingredients might be needed for the nanobots to do XYZ. He seemed to have some like insider information. I don't know if it's real or not, but I think that ingredient needs to be embedded in the nanobot before while they're being created, not when it's in your body. Once it's in your body, this is said to help. Now, obviously, do your own research. It's almost impossible to find anything out about this. So the whole reason we're putting this out here is just to share something that we learned and that we are doing. Do your own research. I make no promises whatsoever about anything about this, except that the ingredients that are going in here are used in many other instances to enhance health.
Okay, so what's the first thing we do?
Filtered water. So we use 12 times filtered water. So this is water. It's been through a reverse osmosis so that there's nothing in it. It strips it out. It probably makes it a little acidic, which is not ideal, but there's no fluoride in it.
Would distilled water be?
Distilled water is your other option.
Okay.
Potentially spring water as well. You don't want fluoridated water because fluoride is what's calcifying your pineal. It calcifies other tissues as well. It's been proven over and over in research that you can look up on PubMed. Just Google PubMed, look up pineal calcification.
I'm pretty sure most of the people that follow us know that.
Not everybody knows that. And
Really?
so the other thing
Fluoride
is,
thing?
not everyone knows that.
Oh.
The other thing you have to be careful, and I just want to show you, like this is CBD tea. It's got water in it, just like milk. We don't drink milk, but milk would have water in it. Same with almond milk, which is made with water. That's probably all fluoridated water.
Yeah.
So just because you're like on some super special system in your home, you're like, oh, I've never been exposed to fluoride. It's in packaging. It's in any processed food you've ever eaten. We've all been exposed to fluoride.
Yeah.
So we want to get rid of it. So I just want to show that as a prop. All right, so the purest water. You don't want any fluoride in the water that you're using to decalcify the fluoride from the pineal gland. And then we're going to add a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar per dose. So this is going to last us a week, so we would do like roughly 7 to 14 tablespoons. This is a teaspoon.
I was gonna say this is not the
I
right.
don't measure.
Oh yeah, here's that. This is tablespoon.
Yeah.
You ready? Did I have to shake this?
Yep. All right, while she's shaking that, the other thing we're going to put in are fulvic minerals. You want to put in some kind of trace mineral when you're having just purified or distilled water.
Okay, ready?
So we're going to put in our,
Tell me when.
that's one, that's not, okay. All right, so that's the apple cider vinegar, so water, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So if you were just making this to drink right away, it's like as much water as you want to drink.
This is a week's worth.
This will be a week's worth. A tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. So we're just going to take a shot glass of this every morning. And then you're going to add your fulvic minerals. So I'm going to add a few drops of fulvic minerals. This stuff's actually,
I like those. They
Really
actually
nice.
taste really good. Which one is that? Tell people.
well, this is called Mimi's Miracle Minerals. I ordered it off Amazon, and after I ordered it, they sent me a coupon. If I wrote a review, they would give me another bottle for free off their website, not off Amazon. And the review was on their website, not on Amazon. So, got a couple bottles.
Oh, cool.
Okay, then I'm not going to add this time, but this is iodine.
Oh, okay.
So iodine is really helpful for a lot of things, and it's helpful to replace the fluoride, which is a halogen, in your brain with iodine, which is also a halogen. Iodine is biocompatible, fluoride is not. So you want to put the iodine there and get rid of the fluoride.
Why are we not putting it in here?
Okay, I think it makes it taste like rotten eggs when I put this in there.
Oh, really? Maybe the combination?
The combination, so I had been putting this in drop by drop, 1 drop, like 1 tiny, tiny drop per dose. You can OD on iodine. Now, the way I'm going to get my iodine instead, I'm going to take this little thing off. You have to be careful. So what I'm going to do with this iodine is you can transdermally absorb it
Oh, right.
instead of putting it in here. And it'll turn your skin, it'll stain your skin. So if you want to put it on you, so you see it stain my skin, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my arm. And what's going to happen is if I absorb all of this, it means I needed the iodine. If I put enough on my skin that it stops being absorbed, my body has enough iodine. And you can overdose on iodine. You have to be careful with iodine. I like it topically because I'm thinking that my body will not absorb excess. But if you drink it, you're going to get the excess if you drink too much. So number 1, I didn't like the flavor in this. And number 2, I think it's safer to absorb it through your skin.
Love it.
So iodine,
Okay. I always learn something new when Thaddeus is doing a video.
trace minerals.
Trace minerals, and then
The number 1 most important ingredient. This
Borax.
is what people get
Borax.
freaked out about. This is borax. It's for laundry detergent, but you know what it is? It is sodium borate. So I'm going to look for the ingredients. There should be an ingredient list here. And let's see if we can find it. Contains, nope, does not contain phosphates or chlorine, not for drug use. So that's interesting because obviously they've used it for that in the past. And it does say do not ingest. So do not do this at home. It says it contains sodium borate. Sodium borate contains boron. Boron is a natural earth element that our body does need some of, and it's the number one ingredient that is said, this is not my idea, this is what I learned from this podcast, this is the ingredient that stops the nanobots from replicating. If you eat this stuff, you're probably not going to be happy that you did that. Don't do that. I'm not recommending anybody do this, I'm just telling you what I learned and then how much they told me to use.
I don't think it says on there. They don't have to label it, right?
It's not food, so they do not have to label what's in
Right.
it, but I'm pretty sure they did label that it says it contains sodium borate right on the
Where?
side. Here.
Contains, okay.
So it should be pure sodium borate. Now, you're going to take like the tiniest pinch. So if you want to hold this up for me, close to the camera. So each dose that you're going to take, which they say do it 3 times a day, we just do it once a day because it's a pain in the butt to do this 3 times a day, but you can drink this 3 times a day is what they say. A tiny pinch. That's 1 dose. This is for a week, so that's 2, 3, 4. See how small that is? 5, 6, 7. That's it. Like, this box will last your entire lifetime for a family of 20. All right? Do not eat spoonfuls of this. You'll probably die. I don't know. Be careful.
Things just escalated quickly.
And then we add, this is not, the Borax is what's part of the Nanobot Cleanse that the person from DARPA told us to use. The apple cider vinegar, the fulvic minerals, and the activated charcoal plus the iodine are what we added to help decalcify the pineal with the iodine, to help get your digestion going and some other health benefits from the apple cider vinegar. And this stuff is magic. This is activated charcoal. I buy it in a large container. It's really inexpensive. This, like, if you poison yourself in alcohol, this is what they'll give you at the hospital. It's super safe.
It's actually a black hole.
Explain.
Well,
You just
there's
say
some,
it.
I mean, there's like this magical property to it. I read this book on charcoal, and they were like telling all about it. Here's the properties, blah blah. And at the end, they're like, basically, it's like a black hole, and it absorbs so much that we can't even like test for that.
So it
It's
absorbs
so
toxins.
crazy.
And it can absorb so many toxins, they can't figure out how it can absorb
Like
so many.
one little thing can absorb a football field
Full of toxins.
toxins.
So
Kinda unbelievable.
what we've heard is like it will not absorb your vitamins and minerals that you need, but it will take in any toxins. So if
Yeah,
you're
a lot of people are asking about that, Thaddeus. So like, would you take this with vitamins and minerals? Is that
ideally no, but there's been studies that show it does not absorb the vitamins and minerals.
Yeah.
So if you're drinking alcohol, take this before and after you go out drinking, even if it's only a little bit, to absorb any toxins that are in the alcohol. If you're going out for sushi and eating raw fish, take some activated charcoal before and after, or at least before or just after, like one or the other or both. You can't really OD on this stuff is what we've been told. So we are adding it to this to just absorb any natural toxins that are in our foods and our waters and this mixture even perhaps.
How much do we put in?
I put in like 2 teaspoons.
2? Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
There's 1.
And don't spill.
It does go everywhere. And that's the whole thing. And so now our technique is we're going to use a little bit of iodine on our skin every day. We're going to shake this every morning, and we're going to have a shot glass of it every single morning until it's gone, and we'll make another one. Super simple. Couldn't be simpler.
Right.
All stuff you can buy in the grocery store, except maybe the iodine. Well, no, I guess I take that back. You can't get this at the grocery store usually, the activated charcoal. We got this on Amazon. The iodine we got on Amazon, and the fulvic minerals we got on Amazon.
Huh. We
So-
could use this for bug bites.
Okay.
Crazy.
Teeth whitening too. We use it
Yeah.
for teeth whitening a lot. It actually has some instructions there of different ways you can use it. So it says face mask, internal detox, take 1 tablespoon with a glass of water and drink it. Drink before and after meals. Bug bites and wounds, and teeth whitening. Put a small amount on your toothbrush and brush.
And look like a ghoul.
Scare
Scare your
mouth
kids.
black.
I run around and scare the kids when I do it. I'm like, "Grr."
Now, a lot of people are interested in this because of you know, there's just in this day and age, 2021, like things have just heated up around biotech, around nanotech, around, you know, things that are people are putting into their bodies that honestly we don't know what's in there, but we know that they're nano-sized. You can put lots of nanotechnology in some of these foods, medicines, all sorts of things, and what's real and what's not is almost impossible to sort through anymore at all. So we are using this just because it is not going to harm us, as far as I can tell with all my research, and all these ingredients have been studied for health benefit. So at worst, it's doing nothing for the Nanobot cleanse, and it's just going to, you know, help with overall health. So honestly, if it's going to be a benefit, I'm gonna use it. And we just wanted to share with you that we are using it, how we make it, and if that's a benefit, please let us know.
Cheers.
Prost.
I thought you said gross.
I said prost.
I know, and then I was like, oh, I think you said cheers in
It doesn't.
language.
I mean,
German.
if you've ever done a shot of apple cider vinegar,
good.
it's a little gritty from the activated charcoal, which you want, and then you just taste some vinegar.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Great.
All right, let us know what questions or comments y'all have on that.
All right, hope you guys liked the video.